Welcome to the Southern Broadcast Racing Network. I am Richard Hurst, and we want to welcome you to a very special event, the Big Peach 185 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. This is the regular season finale, and this is where you either make it or break it. This is where you need that win to lock yourself in to those playoffs. And always with me to broadcast is Jeremy Robbins. Jeremy, how are you doing this evening?
I'm so glad that I'm here. Microphone acted up a little bit. Somebody's been playing with the settings. But you know what? I'm glad to hear, I like big peaches. I like being in Atlanta. It's going to get hot down at ATL. But I'm going to tell you what, we've got 5 drivers. A lot's on the line for them tonight.
Oh, yes, we got 5-time winner Andrew Medlin sitting at the top of the points with 626 points. Cameron Sarton with 3 wins, sitting in second with 568 points. Chris Essery is sitting with 2 wins in third position with 573 points. Brandon Pierce with 1 win at 544. Chris Stitz in fifth at 510. Ken Campbell, the Alabama Slammer, at 485, sitting in 6th. Nate Lynch sitting in 7th place with 468. Travis Dart with no wins, but he's sitting in the top 10 in that 8th position with 481 points. Cole Shetty sitting in 9th with 467. Trey Jackson, the driver of that number 31 machine, the one that is so close to getting there, but he can't quite get there. He's sitting in that 10th spot, and he's sitting at 466 points. That's going to be your top 10 in points as of right now. What you got for us, Jeremy?
Well, out of those top 12 that we've got up there, 7 of them safe. They won a race, they're locked in. 8 to 12, they're there on points. But you've got all the way from 13 back. Any one of them pick up and win tonight, they can knock one of those from 8 to 12 out. Brian and Cole pretty much in there for playoffs unless somebody outside that top 12 wins it. Ryan and Bill, they're fighting off points to stay in it, along with Philip Chavez, Doug Pierce, Charles Hugel, and Curtis Ecker. So any of them can win and completely change up, knock Travis, Cole, Trey, Brian, Ryan, any of them out of the playoffs starting next week. So it's from about 12 and back, it's a win to be in.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to pick a long shot here, and actually, it's not going to be a long shot. We got 22 drivers. Anybody can win this thing. 27 on the points board, but with the drivers that show up every week, Atlanta is a very fun track, and a lot of these guys I know are familiar with Atlanta. So, I'm going to say, possibly old Bill Dart.
Going Dart, he's right outside the points. He's been consistent. The first half wasn't his greatest. The second half, man, he's came alive. So that's a hell of a throw right there. Let's see. Let me look through here. Let's see. I ain't gonna take your. I'm just gonna throw it out there and go with the 101 of Chavez.
I agree with that, and I can't throw Curtis Ecker out there. He has put in a lot of practice at this track. He is very good at this track. That 19 is always here. He had a few problems tonight. Didn't know if he was going to make it, but he did make it. But we'll see what he can do. Atlanta is a fun track. Your truck is going to get loose. You're going to see that high line. You're going to see that low line. As I'm sitting here watching Curtis Ecker right now, he gets a little bit loose. But we're going to see that high line, people running that high line just to save a little bit of tires for the end. Now, this is a track where it will be, I'm sitting here reading Dusty Dogs. I'm picking Chris Essery. We know.
We got you, Miss Frida. We know.
But you're going to see that high line. You're going to see that low line. These trucks are going to get loose, right off the start. The tires are going to be cold, so we might see a little bit of chaos, the first beginning. But I believe these guys can, do long runs, and we might see some strategy play into this race tonight.
Since we've got a chance, we're going to. He's right in the middle of qualifying. We're going to let him wrap his lap up real quick, and we're going to yank up the regular season champion, Andrew Medlin, up here as soon as he gets done with his qualifying lap. Kind of speak with him about his take on how it's been for the season for him and everything. Of course, we seriously expect to see him being up front as always, but you never know. You've got 22 drivers out here that all want to win.
Absolutely, and this is the last race that they can lock themselves into the playoffs, and you never know what's going to happen on that last lap. You get a guy out front that doesn't have a win, and he's battling for that lead. You never know what's going to happen on that last lap. He might use the bumper. He might do a little bit of door checking. He might do something to lock himself in. So you definitely got to stay tuned to this race. This race is going to definitely be heated, and it's going to be exciting. So we appreciate y'all tuning in and joining us for this evening here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Right, let's see if we can get him up here and pick his mind for a moment. There he is. He's down in Ricky Bobby Motorsports, and they've been putting on a pretty good show this season too, with him winning. So I mean, he's been doing pretty good all season. But Andrew, you got a copy, man?
I got a copy there, guys. You got me?
We got you loud and clear. First, on behalf of us in Full Send, congratulations winning the regular season. How was your season feeling, man?
Well, we got one more race tonight, so I hope that didn't jinx it. I'm not sure where I am points-wise, if I blocked it up or not, but either way, hoping to put together a good race for the number 12 Special Olympics Toyota tonight.
Well, quit being humble. I just broke you the good news.
Hey, there you go. Well, we'll have fun. Looks like we're going to be starting up near the front here, so that lap felt really good. I was surprised how much grip there was, but, in a race like tonight, it's going to be all about the long run. That's traditionally not my strong suit, but we'll see. Hopefully we can hold it together. My goal is a top 5 finish tonight.
Well, we believe you will get there. You're consistent every week, and, we think you can get there even on those tracks you are not sure about, and you somehow show up at the end and finish strong. So we can't wait to see what you got for this evening. You're going for that win number 6.
Appreciate it, guys. Have a good call tonight, and looking forward to this race here.
Absolutely.
Well, let's send him back down so they can get... Well, he already jumped back down before I got him there. Let's see. We've got a few minutes left before qualifying. Let's see. Miss Rita's always out there. How about we bring up Mr. Chris? He's locked in. He's kind of going to have a chilled race.
Yeah, he's starting in the 7th position tonight, so not too far back from the front. Definitely on that inside line. You're going to see that inside line, probably start a little bit early, and then they're going to transfer it out. But if you want to bring him in real quick.
Well, Chris, man, Miss Rita, your whole family's been out there the whole season. You're into the playoffs. Y'all are gridding up, so we won't keep you too much longer. How are you feeling about Atlanta in the season you've had so far?
I'm feeling great on the season. Atlanta, we'll see. I start with the EOL and a pass-through penalty, but I think I'll get back on the lead lap before the stage break. That's my call, and I'm going to finish in the top 3.
Well, Dusty Dog is out there saying, "Let's go, Chris. I've been practicing my victory dance. Don't let Grandma down. Love you, grandson." So you got a lot of work ahead of you, and we know you can get there. We know you can get out front. We know you're fast. You're sitting 7th right now, but we think you can pull this off. We really do.
Yeah, I think we can go get it done today.
Absolutely. Anything that you're looking out for as far as being here at Atlanta?
Whoever's starting the race, it's real slick on the restart, so be on the lookout for people spinning their tires to start the race and any restarts after.
Absolutely. Well, we will definitely be on the lookout for that. Well, good luck to you. We hope to see you out front, and don't let Grandma and Grandpa down, and Liam is going to learn the victory dance also, according to Dusty Dog out there on Twitch.
Yeah, thank you. We're gonna hopefully we're doing that victory dance at the end of this one.
Absolutely. Well, good luck to you, and hopefully catch up with you in just a bit.
So thank you.
Well, Richard, it's been a pretty long season, and them boys have fought to get here to where they're at. So I ain't gonna expect nothing less than a showdown.
Absolutely. And our starting grid is going to be Brandon Pierce on that pole. He had the fastest time out of them all, and the Alabama Slammer of Ken Campbell is going to be starting 2nd. Andrew Medlin starting 3rd. Chris Stitt starting 4th. Dylan Glass is going to be starting 5th. He's always a favorite, to us. So he qualified good here in Atlanta, and we got Travis Dart starting in 6th. Chris Essery starting in 7th, but he's got an EOL, so he will drop to the back and a pass through. Cole Shetty is going to be starting in 8th. Trey Jackson in 9th. Nate Lynch in 10th. Bill Dart, my pick of the race, along with the 19. Is starting at 11th, and 12th is going to be Patrick Hasty. Who we got?
Well, 13th, we're going to have Charles Hugel. 14th is going to be Cameron Sarton. 15th, 16th, Martin Perry and Ryan Lynch. 17th and 18th is going to be Sam Siegel and Philip Chavez. That's my pick. 19 and 20 is going to be John Dart, Curtis Ecker, and running up the field is going to be Harris Gerwitz and, well, Chris Essery doing his drive-through.
Well, we are about to go green flag racing, and the green flag is out. That flag man is putting that green flag in the air, and the 15 has made that top line work for him because he got a good jump on that restart. But like I said, that bottom line is going to be the line for now, but the top line, you will be able to save tires. Brandon Pierce is already going to take command of that lead over the 15, and look who's right there trying to challenge for that second position. That's going to be Andrew Medlin coming into turn 3, and the 22 of Chris Stitz on the outside.
Yeah, they're pretty much making that inside run. Andrews pushing Ken, and you got the 16 feeling Dash right there behind Andrews. So they're trying to get some formed on that inside line, and hopefully make a run for it.
Well, you got 4 trucks down below running that low line. 2 have slid up. The 16 almost made contact with the who was that? The 6 truck of Travis Dart. So the 6 had to check up, and he lost a little bit of momentum, but he can definitely make that up, and that allows Cole Shetty to move right on by and gain 2 spots from the restart. So not a good, not bad, start of the race. As we have a new leader, Chris Stitz has taken over in that number 22 from Brandon Pierce.
I'm not seeing him. He's sitting in the 5th spot, so he's locked into a playoff. So now anything there is going to be a playoff points for him. So he may just try to take this win himself.
It definitely can happen. Atlanta is a strategy track, and thank you, Ellis Thomas, for that like. So far, we are single file, not a lot going on. People are going to save what they have, but it looks like Andrew Medlin is going to be the first one to step out and challenge for another position, and that is a challenge to Ken Campbell. Ken Campbell on the outside as they come out of turn 4, and the 12 is right there trying to take that away through the tri-oval. He can't quite get there, but the 16 is looking on the high side, using a little bit of that draft from the 15, and he is going to try to take a spot away from Andrew Medlin.
Yeah, Dylan Glass is trying to make that high side work, and he is right there behind Campbell. So they're not letting off one bit.
42 is going to look down low below the 12. Now the 12 couldn't make it happen. Maybe the 42 can. Can he find that speed? No, he can't quite get there. He slides up in behind the 12, uses a little bit of draft. Will he go to the bottom as they come into turn 1? Nope, he's going to stay right there in line. As you can see, the lines are changing. 42 way up high. 12 right in the middle line and drifts up high. Maybe scrapes the wall just a little bit. Has a handle on that truck, and they are still rolling.
You know what? There was a little bit of contact right there between the 12 and the 16. That's why the 16 shot up a little high. Luckily, he didn't get into the wall. That would have been pretty rough for this race. But, I mean, he's got the season locked in. He said himself, he's just out there for playoff points.
Cole said he's going to use that momentum off that high side. He is riding really high in 1 and 2, and that's where you will see these guys save the tires. As you slide up that track, you're going to burn those tires off, a lot faster than the guy sitting up top. But the 42 is going to drop down low coming into turn 3 and 4, and let's see if he is going to be able to make the pass as we come to the tri-oval. No, he's not going to be able to get there. Andrew Medlin has the momentum to stay in front of that 42.
Yeah, and you got your pick back here. He's slowly moving his way into the field. Bill Dart, he's looking to, like he's one of those that's in the position he's got to win to get in. And, he's up, 1 spot right now, the 12. And he's between the Lynch brothers, so hopefully he'll, I almost had a saying on that one, but I don't want nobody to get offended. But hopefully he'll make it through it in one piece.
Well, going back through the field just a little bit, there is a battle for, 13th, 14th, and 15th. You got the I'm sorry, 14th, 15th, and 16th. You got Charles Hugel, you got John Dark, you got Curtis Ecker, and looks like Martin Perry, all right there under a blanket.
Charles Hugel's another one of those that's got to get in it to win.
Absolutely. They got a little bit of work to do, but there is enough time to do it. They have 110 laps to do it, and that is definitely enough time. They're going to take this opportunity to feel what the truck can do under the first stage, and then they're going to go for it. We got a little bit of battle between Charles Hugel and Curtis Ecker. Curtis Ecker looking on the inside as they go into turn 3 and 4. Don't believe he's going to be able to get there coming out of the turn, but he does have a little bit of speed in that truck. So we'll keep an eye on him. Let's go see what Mr. Bill Dart is doing. He is challenging the 25 on the high side. Let's see if he can get a little bit of momentum. Can he get there? Can he get to the inside? Nope. 25, he's going to try a little bit of crossover. Can he get there? No, he's going to tuck right back in behind the 25.
Yeah, it's hard right now to make a run on that inside and make it stick. I mean, tires are they're just now starting to warm up. So you're fixing to start seeing lines shift a lot. I know coming out of 4 is still going to be a slip and slide, but the warmer this tire gets and the track gets, everything's slowly going to start falling into peace.
Cole Shetty riding really high into 1 and 2. He is in tire saving mode. He is going to have the tires to last. Looks like Brandon Pierce and Chris Stitz battling side by side. Chris Stitz all the way up towards the wall in the tri-oval against the wall. He is going to take that. He's going to maintain that first position. He's going to dive down low going into 1 and 2. And let's see how high on the track he goes. He drifts it right up to the wall. Got to be careful. Don't scrape that wall. It will not let you go. But it looks like Brandon Pierce is going to fight back right back on the inside. And he's going to take it away from Chris Stitz as they come into 3 and 4. Coming into the tri-oval, they are still battling side by side. It is anybody's lap, and that's going to be Brandon Pierce's lap.
Pierce barely edged out on that lap as him and Chris are still battling side by side. Now you've got Cole Shetty and Ken Campbell. They're doing a little side by side battling themselves. You see Cameron Sarton right there. He's trying to put some moves in on the 6 of Travis. And then yet you've got Brian Burchett. He is one that is trying to he's one of those that's trying to get in off a win also. But he's locked in the 11th position. But a win's always good, or a good finish.
Absolutely. Cole Shetty moved up 5 positions from where he started. He is actually caught up to the 2 leaders. He has saved a little bit of tires, and he has caught up to Brandon Pierce. So we may have a little bit of change in the top 3 in the next coming laps. Now, they have broke away just a little bit from the rest of the pack. It's not by much, but it is something, and something is better than nothing. You have the 22 up top. You have the 42 up top. They are going to try to make a move on the outside of that 38, but they're not going to be able to quite get there. So the 42 is going to be able to do the crossover and take the position away from the 22.
Yeah, and you saw the 22. He went too high on that and brushed just a little bit on that wall. So it's going to be interesting to see if there's any damage going to be playing off that. But he looks like he's still able to hold that draft and stay up to speed with them. So it may not have been much of a touch.
Andrew Medlin started out strong, and he has dropped back just a little bit. He is down 4 positions. This is our points leader. As of right now, he is sitting in the 7th position, so he has dropped just a little bit, and he is under fire from Dylan Glass. Dylan Glass riding right behind him, along with Trey Jackson, who is also hungry for a win. Has not got a win yet, but he's been close enough to get there. So let's see if he can get there tonight as these guys battle it out, as we are on lap 18 of 120. So 102 laps to go, and so far it's been all green flag racing.
Yeah, and I wouldn't expect nothing less as far as the green flag runs. This league, Austin about to keep cautions put up. So it's going to be a pretty long race, and it may come down to a tire and fuel management strategy on this one.
Well, one guy that is riding all by himself, and that is going to be the one of Chris Essery. He is in jeopardy of going a lap down within the next few laps. He is 28 seconds behind the leaders. He is just now coming out of turn 2, and the leaders are catching him very quickly. They are coming out of turn 2 as he's going into turn 3 and 4. So he's waiting on that caution. He doesn't want to go a lap down, but it could happen. But he will be the first truck on first truck one lap down, and he will get that lucky dog. So Colchetti has the leader under fire, and he is going to try to take over this lead here from Brandon Pierce. They are side by side. Colchetti down below the 38, and is he going to be able to make the pass as they come out of turn 2? Looks like he doesn't have him cleared, but he has the lead as of right now, and he may have him cleared. Maybe do a little bit of slide job up in front of the 38, slow him down just a little bit as they come out of turn 4, and there he goes. He's right in front of the 38, and they are going to try to sail away.
I'll tell you somebody else who's doing some sailing, and that's Cameron Sarton. He's all the way up to the 4th position, so he's looking to throw his name in the hat of winning, which he would be a second winner here.
Absolutely. We still have a battle side by side going on between the 38 and the 42. The 38 is not ready to give that lead up, and he's going to battle right back as they come through 3 and 4. But he can't quite get there on that bottom. The bottom does carry some speed, but not enough momentum to get around that 42 truck.
Yeah, and you can tell right there, Richard, where the tires are actually starting to warm up as he was able to actually hold it pretty close on the inside. So he's burning them up, and Cole's saving them, staying up on the high side.
But the one thing they got to understand is the more they ride side by side, you got that 15 truck lurking in the shadows. He has slowly creeped up right behind him, and he is only about 0.3 seconds away from him, and so he has that draft, and that draft is going to help him get up to the back bumpers of these two, and he might be battling for the win here shortly, or battling for the stage here shortly.
Yeah, they're battling up there. We've got another battle that's breaking loose back here towards the back of Nate Lynch and Trey Jackson, Dylan Glass, and Brian. They're all right there, as you say, under a blanket.
Signature Esports rated us with a party of 1. We appreciate you stopping by.
This is Signature Esports.
We got almost a 3-way battle. They are almost 3 wide. It's going to be the 48, the 29, and the 19 as they go into turn 1. And this is going to be for the 16th position. That's going to be John Dart. That's going to be Curtis Ecker. And that's going to be Sam Siegel. They are all battling for the same real estate. And who is going to get it so far right now? Curtis Ecker is going to come out with that 16th spot. He's up 4 positions from where he started, and I need to stop talking about him because he just scraped the wall.
Yeah, we've got about 14 to go when they come through here before we're going to end up at stage 1, or first stage. So, Boogie, we're looking at lap 40.
All right, give a shout out to Mr. Cameron Sarton. He is up 10 positions. He is up our biggest mover as of right now. He's up 10 positions from where he started, and he is working that 24 truck, that lap traffic podcast truck. He is making that truck work for him.
Yeah, he's coming up for him. I mean, you've still got Brandon and Cole are still battling it out. It's not really going to be settled.
Cameron has committed to that high line and saving those tires. You can see him pretty much entering the corner high, drifting down low, and exiting the corner high. So he is managing his tires pretty well, and he is within reach of Ken Campbell in that 3rd position. So we may see him, slowly creep up. And it looks like Curtis Ecker has entered the pits.
Yeah, him and the 48 got into each other a couple laps back, and Curtis was on the bad side of it where he got into the wall just a little bit. So,
Well, don't look now, but the Alabama Slammer is looking to the inside of Brandon Pierce, and he is going to try to take that second position away. He watched these guys battle it out, and as they battled it out, they used up their tires, and now he's got probably the freshest set in the top three, and he is trying to take that second position away, and so far, he's making it look easy.
yeah, but Brandon ain't going to give him to me easy. They're coming down that backstretch drag racing. And, you know, Cameron, he's sitting in a good spot right now because he's watching to see how these guys are handling this line. And if you notice, one's running high, Ken's running low, and Cameron's running in the middle. So Cameron's going to be gaining that momentum a little bit more than Ken and Brandon are.
Oh, and he's there. He is absolutely right there, riding that high line. He's going to have a little bit of momentum coming off of turn 2, and he's going to be right on the back bumper of that number 15. And we may see a crossover here coming into turn 3 and 4. No, he decides to keep it right behind the 15, and he's going to drop down a little bit lower, ride that low line. But Cole Shetty has broken away at least about 0.4 seconds away from this second place battle. So he has got a little bit of a cushion between him and Ken Campbell and Brandon Pierce.
Man, it's a pretty good battle we've got going on towards the back. We talked about that up in the front. And I was watching it a second ago, and I guess they spread out.
Well, there's a good battle between the 25, the 12, and the 16, and the 31. They are all right there battling for that same real estate. And that's going to be Trey Jackson in the 8th position. He's up 1 position from where he started. Dylan Glass has fell a position or 2. And Andrew Medlin, he is trying to work his way back up after his drop of 3 positions. So he hasn't quite got a feel of this track just yet, but we know how he plays the track out. He's not good at the beginning of the race, but he's always there at the end. And Trey Jackson is working on the inside of Dylan Glass, trying to take that spot away from him using the draft of the 12. 12 is going to slide right back up in front of the 16. Nope, he stays with Trey Jackson.
Yeah, these guys back here in this mid-pack right now, I mean, Trey Jackson, he's in, but he's in on points, so he'd love nothing more to get a win to kind of lock himself into it.
Well, a little bit of change up in the top 3. It looks like the Alabama Slammer of Ken Campbell has taken that second spot away from Brandon Pierce, and Cameron Sarton in that lap traffic podcast truck is looking to take away the 3rd position as he's working on the outside of that number 38.
Yeah, Cameron's making that high side work. I mean, we saw Cole's been running it. He's been putting up pretty good speed and pulling away. So Cameron's going to follow suit.
Yes, that 42 has definitely checked out to about 0.7 second lead on the 15 and the 24. 24 was able to make the pass, so Brandon Pierce is going the wrong direction. Started out strong and fell 3 spots from where he started. So he will definitely adjust to the restart when the stage is over. He'll probably adjust his driving style. I noticed a lot of these guys do.
Yeah, you've got to be versatile, especially with the talent in here. I mean, I was talking with the driver earlier, and he said, the talent and the competition amongst this league, it's just far none. So it's been a lot of good, close, hard racing this season.
Well, Doug is out there confused about something. Don't know what he's confused about. He kind of lost me. Sorry. Been a long day. So, the 42, that Red Dog machine is extended his lead now. He's at about 0.8 seconds. And, the person that is enjoying the battles behind him is going to be Chris Essery. He is still staying out front. Even though the leaders are catching him slowly but surely, he has been able to maintain being on the same lap as those guys are battling it out. Even though he's by himself, he's got about 5 laps to go before the stage breaks, and then he'll make his lap around and catch up with the end of the field. But he's been doing a good job of putting down some fast laps, staying out front, not allowing these leaders to catch him.
Yeah, I think Hoop got his 24-42 mixed up. You get them side by side, it does become a tongue twister keeping them separated.
Speaking of 24 has caught the bumper of the 15. Coming to the end of the stage, you might have a battle for that second position. Alabama Slammer of Ken Campbell and Cameron Sarton in that 24.
I think Cameron might have brushed the wall a little bit, or he took a little slower entrance so he can get a better run off of it. But he looks like he lost a little bit of time just then on Cameron.
Either way, he is up 11 positions from where he started, so that is a good start to this 24 ride right here.
Yeah, and Esri is pretty glad that stage is coming up to the end, as he is getting a little closer and closer to going a lap down. But he's staying on it, and if he can stay on it, it's going to be real beneficial for him, especially coming out of stage 2 for the next 80 laps.
Now, I wonder if... Now, on my... I hope that's right. I know he's the 1, but it's showing the 51 on...
Yeah, Nostra, this has been one of the long runs, but this is what you expect nothing less out of these guys here.
Well, as I am updating Trading Paints, it looks like Chris Esri has officially went 1 lap down. It took him a lap or so for the 42 to put him a lap down. He wasn't giving it up that easily, and Ken Campbell's going to try to make the pass on him as we are at lap 40. So we're probably going to see that caution flag come out at any time, and then we're going to see that one truck get back on the lead lap.
Yeah, they should be coming to the stage.
There it is.
Right there.
And we have our first caution, and that's going to be for the end of the stage. So pit road is definitely going to be very busy.
While they're pitting, let's run out a couple sponsors we've got, and then we'll bring it back to it, and we'll try to get Cole up here and have a word with them.
Want more NASCAR content? For all the latest in NASCAR, including driver interviews, race recaps, fantasy NASCAR, listener call-in shows, and awesome giveaways, tune in to the Lap Traffic Podcast on iTunes, Podbean, or your favorite hosting site with new shows every Tuesday night. Check out Lap Traffic on the web, thelaptrafficpodcast.com, and follow on Twitter at LapTrafficPC. Don't get caught chasing the lucky dog. Tune in each and every week to the Lap Traffic Podcast. See ya!
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
All right. We are back. And And somebody out there is asking, how much fall off are we seeing? Well, you got some guys, these guys are capable of running at least 30 second lap times on, fresh tires, somewhere in the high 30s. So we're seeing about a 1 to 2 second fall off, you know, in that 40 lap stretch. We're probably going to bring Cole Shetty up here, was our current leader, and maybe we can get a better idea of how much his truck is falling off. But as of right now, we have a new leader, and guess who that is?
I think that's going to be your pick, Mr. Bill Dart.
Absolutely.
And here is Cole.
Ken here because he was.
Cole, you got a copy real quick. We interrupted your strategic plan there.
Yeah.
Figured we give you
Alright.
a heads up before so you didn't expose none of your plans, man. How's the truck feeling that long 40 lap run?
It was all right. I wore out my tires a little bit there. Ken was catching me at the end, but yeah, it felt okay.
Well, you're definitely putting the moves down. You got a little bit of work now because Ken Campbell was able to get out before you in the pits, and you also have Bill Dart up there, maybe using a little bit of strategy to lead a few laps, but that truck has a lot of speed. How is the low line compared to the high line?
I practiced the high line a lot yesterday, and the fall off was about the same, but I just felt more comfortable on the high side in 1 and 2, so I like the run out of 2.
Absolutely. Well, the truck looks good out there. We wish you luck. Hopefully, you can lock yourself into those playoffs and with a win, and hope to interview you out there in the race.
Cool. 10-4. Thanks, guys.
Not a problem.
I hope I put him right in the right channel. I think he was in that one, but almost exposed the plan.
Well, Bill Dart is actually gonna dive into the pits, and he stayed out to lead a few laps. Thank you, Bill Dart. My pick of the evening. Glad to see you truck up there leading this race. Curtis Ecker is showing out. He don't know exactly what happened to him, but they are getting double file. Ken Campbell is going to choose that low lane with the 42 on the outside. Brandon Pierce is sitting in third. Cameron Sarton sitting in fourth. Nate Lynch in that red custom truck, the number 25 Chevrolet, is going to be sitting in fifth. You got Dylan Glass down 1 position from where he started this race in sixth. Andrew Medlin down 4 positions in seventh. Trey Jackson is going to be in eighth. John Dart in ninth, and Charles Hugel in 10th. That's going to wrap up your top 10 as we are getting ready to go back green flag racing as they're entering in turn 3.
And Charles is sitting in a pretty good place. He's 14th in the points. He's not locked in, but if he continues moving forward, I'd be worried that he may knock one of those 4 spots that ain't locked in yet.
Yeah, I'd be a little bit worried too. But let's see what happens. And Ken Campbell got a heck of a shot out of the.
Something, he gone.
he gone. I just had a loss of words for that. Holy crap. Half a second lead already on these guys behind him. Cole has gotten his hands full with Brandon Pierce on that inside of him. And now Cameron Sarton is going to have his hands full of Brandon Pierce. Brandon Pierce is not going to let that low lane just die off just yet. Well, maybe he is, because Dylan Glass is going to take that position also.
I'm going to tell him somebody they're going to have to watch out for now. You've got Escher who's back in the mix. I mean, he's at the end of it, but he's right there on it. And I would see no issue with him moving up towards the front.
I don't either. He has a handle on that truck, and I know he knows how to drive this track here.
Yeah,
So,
Nostra, you've got about 4 that's in jeopardy. They're in it on points, but you've got another 5 that can knock one of them out with a win, and that's going to be Bill Dart, Charles, I believe it was Phillip, and Curtis was the ones that could take a win and knock one of those 8 or one of those four of Travis, Cole, Trey, Brian, and Ryan out of the playoffs. So, yeah, we've got a little bit of a battle right there. So, there's where that sits with the points wise.
Any drama on people on the bubble? Well, I haven't heard of any drama, but you know, with it being a playoff race, drama can be created real quick.
Oh yeah, we can stir some up real fast between us.
Yeah.
We can just say there's a little bumping on pit lane, and so knocked somebody out of position to get a playoff spot. We ain't gonna throw the fuel to the fire yet. We'll save that for the playoffs.
Well, let's go back through the field just a little bit. Right here in this little 4-pack, and that's going to be Chris Stitz and Philip Chavez. We haven't talked about him yet tonight, but he is in at 101, and he is doing a pretty good job. He is up 6 positions from where he started. He's got his hands full of, with Martin Perry, Chris Stitz, and Travis Dart. You know, he's trying to make that high line work for him. That 69 of Martin Perry is making that low line work for him as they come through the tri-oval. But he is doing a pretty good job. And like I said, you know, that high line, the 42 of Cole Shetty said that it was, the high line and the low line were kind of wearing the tires off evenly. So it's just a preference of where you want to be at this time. As we see, the 101 is trying to make the pass on the outside, and he has Charles Hugel right there in front of him. So he might have a little bit of help trying to get around that 69 truck.
Yeah, and they're all going to need all the help they can get because, I've got my pick 101 of Chavez. He's starting to run in that middle to high line. So he's one of the ones also that he can squeeze in with the win. So, I mean, it's anybody's race. There's a Hail Mary here. I mean, you got your top 5. Trey, he's running in P5 right now, and, he's one that's in there on points and would love to have it locked in with a win here at Atlanta tonight.
Yeah, he would love to be locked in, but I think Ken Campbell, as of right now, has something to say about that because he broke out to a 0.7 lead over the 42 of Cole Shetty. So he is, so far checked out. He hasn't made it to his own zip code yet, but he is trying to get there as he's working that bottom lane. And I believe everybody's trying to follow suit and, stay in that bottom lane.
He ain't got his own zip code yet, but he's applying for the permits.
We'll give him his own little area code. Not a zip code, but area code. But looking at the times here, he's running about a 32-second lap. Let's see what the best times are right now. And so far, he is going to be... Actually, Chris Essery is running the fastest out of them all. 31.7 for Ken Campbell, but I saw Chris Essery and Chris Stitz are 31.5. So Chris and Chris are running pretty consistent lap times. That's funny. Zip code. There's no telling what we will come up with. And, looking at that 42 truck, he has found a little bit of speed because he is now closed that gap within 0.5 seconds. So a half a second from the leader, actually, and dropping. So he has found some speed out of that number 42.
Well, you've got to pick up some speed, especially if you've got Cameron and Brandon and Andrew behind you. Because, if you slack off just a little bit, you've got 3 right there that's going to be ready to capitalize on any mistake you make.
Yeah, they're definitely going to pounce on any opportunity to make a pass. So, and look at Cole Shetty. He is there. He is now within 0.3 seconds. He has a half a second back from Cameron Sarton, and it is not closing, but it's not he's not gaining. So he has a little bit of breathing room in between him and the 24. But it's going to start heating up within the next few laps because he has that draft.
Yeah, we've got a nice little battle breaking out towards the back with Charles, Hugo, Chris Stitz, and Estuary. As them three right there, they are been going back and forth, side by side, for about the last couple laps. They finally settled down somewhat, but Estuary is still on the mission to get back up there towards the front. You've got Patrick Hasty and Philip Chavez now going side by side. They're having a good little battle right there for the 13th, 14th position.
Who knew? I think John. I got an indicator that John crashed. No. Nah, that can't be right.
You know, John's, he's maybe an SDK blip or something.
Yeah. Must have been, but we now have a current new leader, and that's going to be that number 42. He's barely nosed that one out, but he did lead that lap. So the 42 is right now your new leader, and Ken Campbell, the Alabama Slammer, is going to try to fight back on the outside, but the 42 is going to slide right up in front of him, and he's going to slow that 15 down, and that's going to allow Cameron Sarton to be right there to try to capitalize another position also. So we could have a new second place person in the coming laps as he is looking to the outside. They are door to door. He is going to be able to get there and take that position this lap. Yes, he is. So Ken Campbell is going to drop from the lead position down to third. But it's not over yet because there is Brandon Pierce in that number 38. He is lurking in those shadows also, trying to work his way back up to the lead. He was our current pole sitter, and he has dropped back to fourth place, and he's looking to get back up there with Andrew Medlin sitting in just riding around in third position with a little bit of heat from Trey Jackson, as Trey Jackson was looking to the inside, but he elected to fall right back in the line behind the 12 and try to make a pass coming out of two.
Yeah, I think Medlin, we ain't seeing the aggressive usually do, so he's probably just riding around and collecting playoff points. If he stays up in that top 10, he's going to get them.
And let's give another shout out to another big mover, and that's going to be John Dart. John Dart is riding around in the top 10. He's currently sitting in the 8th place, but he is up 13 positions. So he is the biggest mover of this race as of right now.
Yeah, we know that could easily change, especially the way these front four are racing each other pretty hard.
Yeah, they're about the front four are about a half a second back from ahead of Andrew Medlin, which, like you said, as soon as they get battling side by side, that 12 truck can sneak up on them quick, fast, and in a hurry. So if you're going to make a pass, you got to try to you got to try to get it done as quick as possible, as Cameron Sarton is going to look to the inside of the 42, but he's not going to be able to quite get there. He does have the 15 to help him a little bit, but we could see a battle for the lead here very shortly, and one of these guys is going to burn off their tires trying to get there or trying to keep it.
Well, it's not going to be the ones up on the high side, Richard. I mean, we've been seeing the high side's been pretty dominant and tire saving friendly, so if you're saving them enough, you can afford to lose a little bit diving in to fight for a position and not take too much of a sacrifice.
Hoop is out there saying Cam or Cole. What is that referring to? Who's saving or who's going to wear him out?
Might be who's going to win.
Oh, to win. Oh, okay. Well, I believe Mr. Bill Dart is kind of out of the running right now, he is showing 2 laps down. Very unfortunate, but he could maybe get him back. iRacing 13 is going to say Cam, so they're picking between the 42 and the 24. Still too early to say that because you got the Alabama Slammer sitting right there in the 3rd position, and the 38 of Brandon Pierce. He is also hungry. Got Andrew Medlin looking for that number 6, and Trey Jackson not too far away, up 3 positions, right around in sixth place. So anything can happen.
Yeah.
Missed a pit stall, spin on pit road. Anything can happen because I'm predicting we're going to see green flag laps start here in the near future. Pit stops, that is.
Yeah, and one right now who's not locked in but in a good position, and he's running in 6th, and that's going to be Trey Jackson.
Yeah, I was just riding around with him, and he is putting it on that 12 of Andrew Medlin, but he has allowed that 25 of Nate Lynch up 3 positions from where he started, riding around in the 7th position, looking for that 6th position, and he might be able to get there as they are side by side as they're going to turn number 1.
You've got Bill Dart. He's running in 20th.
Yeah, I was kind of sad about that. I'm actually very sad about that.
But hey, he is close enough. If Ryan Lynch has a bad race, he might can sneak in. So he's not completely out of the picture just yet.
Well, let's take a look back here. We got a hornet's nest back here, and that's going to be Harris Gertwitz, Ryan Lynch, Philip Chavez, and Martin Perry. You know, they were all really bunched up together, and they're still kind of duking it out, and they kind of chilled out just a little bit, and they're running single file, but that shoe truck is trying to make some moves. But a mover as of right now is going to be that one truck, and he has made it up to 11th from last.
Yeah, Boogie. Him and Lynch, they're not that close of a battle. I mean, there's about 40-point difference between them. So, yeah, if Lynch has a worse finish than Dart, with Dart leading those laps, that lap he led could be the make or break.
Well, speaking of one Dart, and that's going to be the 6 of Travis Dart, is under fire by the 22 of Chris Stitz. Chris Stitz trying to make up some positions that he lost. He's lost about 6 positions from where he started, and he's trying to get them back one by one. And he is able to make the pass on the outside of Travis Dart in that number 6 truck. So, but he's still got another Dart to pass to get up another spot to the number 8 spot, and that's going to be John Dart and that number 13.
Yeah, Stitch is in between 2 darts.
Man, talking about being a rock in a hard place.
I was going for a dartboard reference, but my mind went blank.
I had nothing for that either. You kind of caught me off guard with that one. Well, 31 and the 12 are kind of still right there, nose to tail, but the 25 trying to make some moves. And this is for 5th, 6th, and 7th. 31 can't quite get there to the 12 to make that move, but he is definitely trying a little bit higher line than 12, trying to find some kind of run off the exit of turn number 2.
He's trying to follow in suit with Medlin, and he's on that high side, but you start going in that middle, the track's warmed up, those tires are going to start wearing out a little bit faster. So if he's going to make it, he's going to have to make it here soon.
Well, he made up some ground coming off of turn number 4 as they went into the tri-oval. It looks like Andrew Medlin is a little bit better in 1 and 2 than the 31 of Trey Jackson, but looks like Trey Jackson is a little bit better, as Andrew Medlin has a little bit of a wiggle coming out of turn number 2. So it looks like the handling in these trucks are going away. And the 31 is right there on the back bumper of the 12. Could we see a little bit of a bump and run if he stays in front of that 31 too long? Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, you're seeing the 25 now. He's making the move on the inside, and he's going to try to catch 2 positions right there. He's got the 31, and he's trying to make it work on the inside of the 12. That 31 stayed on that draft of that 12, and he was pretty much just wasting his time trying to take a position right there.
Well, Esri has not made it to the top 10 yet, but he is 1 truck away from the top 10. He's sitting in 11th. He is trying to work himself up to Travis Dart in that number 6. He is about, I'd say 1.2 seconds away from Travis Dart, so he's not too far behind. So he can get there, and like I said, we will probably be seeing green flag pit stops start here very soon. This battle is still heated. Andrew Medlin still under fire, but now the 25 of Nate Lynch is going to try his truck and see if he can get around Andrew Medlin.
Yeah, Medlin's he's not challenging nobody. He's just driving his line, and they don't.
Oh, Nate Lynch gets into the wall, and he's going to lose a lot of momentum, and that's going to allow the 31 to get right back by him.
But yeah, we're looking at, they should be coming up on. We know they can go 40, so we're right there at the gas brake, or on the stage brake from last stage. So they're going to see how far they can start pushing that truck.
Actually, I see Philip Chavez has just now entered in the pits. He's going to try to maybe short pit the leaders, try to make up a little bit of time. Travis Dart is in. So, yeah. Looks like Charles Hugel has made it around Chris Essery. So Chris Essery is probably, he knows green flag pit stops are coming up. He probably gave his truck all he had to get up to where he is at, and probably going to give it a little bit more. Now, a lot of these guys, I'm going to say, yeah, 40 laps to go. You can go 40. But do you want to stay out longer to make sure you have the tires at the end? Because as these leaders fall off, do you want those tires at the end? I think you do.
Yeah, it's one of those, like we said, it's going to come down to a fuel and tire strategy on this. So if you can stay out a little bit longer than need be, that's going to give you a little bit extra just by the chance if there's a green-white checker that comes out.
All right, Ken Campbell just came in. Trey Jackson is in. Chris Essery is in. Get it slowed down there, buddy. Yes, he gets in. The 30 of Charles Hugel is in. So the green flag pit stops have commenced. Now these two front runners that were, out there, and here comes our current leader, and that's going to be the 42. So he's going to turn over the lead to Cameron Sarton, and Brandon Pierce is going to be second. Nate Lynch is going to be third. Cole Shetty is showing fourth right now.
Yeah, these positions, they're fixing to really start shaking up, especially if we have a caution come out and somebody.
Oh, don't say that.
Or somebody's get trapped a lap or so down.
Yeah, as of right now, Ken Campbell is trapped 1 lap down. He's going to be your first truck 1 lap down. Shetty's still in the pits as the leader goes by. He's going to be put 1 lap down, and Medlin. And Shetty is out. Good pit stop for him. Looks like Andrew Medlin is out. Good pit stop for him. Ken Campbell trying to make up some time on these guys, and he is going to pass Medlin. Can he get past Shetty? We will see as Shetty just comes back up on the backstretch. Ken Campbell could not quite catch him as of yet. So the 42 did pull off a good strategy that kept the 15 behind him.
Yeah.
Sam Siegel in for his pit stop.
And once you get cycled through these green flags, it's going to be interesting to see where Trey Jackson is going to end up at. Is he sitting in 9th right now?
Yeah, I really do. I really do want to see the 24 come into the pits because you are going to lose a lot of time due to these guys on fresh tires. Yes, you will have fresh tires on the back end, but how hard are you going to have to drive that truck to get back to the lead where you are right now? My guess is you might burn off the tires, and you don't want to do that.
It
But
sounds
we'll see what
like
happens.
sounds like Sarton may be shutting it off, saving as much as he can.
Really? That will definitely be interesting. Let me go take a ride with him. Coming through the tri-oval in the turn one.
Either that or they're going to have to post inspect. Make sure you ain't got a couple little extra reservoirs in the fuel tank there.
Well, he is definitely saving. He is letting off early, kind of just coasting around. And here he comes. He's coming into the pits. Downshift, and it looks like he is going to get it in there. No problems. All right, so, but my question is, did he stay out a little bit too long?
Well, you got Ryan Lynch. If he can get by him, he's going to take leading the lap, and that's going to give him a
Bonus
point for it. So, and right now, these bonus points are liable to be a make or break.
A lot of these guys are probably banking on a caution coming out, but well, it looks like second place has now went to Cole Shetty with Ken Campbell in third. So long runs, and look at Trey Jackson right there in fourth place. So his pit strategy did put him right there with the leaders. Third place, Andrew Medlin sitting right there. He is the first Toyota in the top 5. First Toyota in the top 10, actually, because you got Travis Dart right there behind him.
You've got Ryan Lynch, who's right there on that playoff bubble. He's trying to get some points in, so give him a little bit of a cushion from Bill. But
well, we all know he has the pit with 30 laps to go. How long can he stay out on those old tires? Cole Shetty is closing that gap real quick. I seen it at 15 seconds. Now it's down to less than 10 seconds behind our current leader and closing fast.
yeah, and you're seeing everybody that's pitted, they're passing them, and they're actually gaining on them pretty good 2 second, 3 seconds a lap. So he may be just holding out, hoping and praying for a caution.
I'd have my fingers crossed right about now.
You definitely said that.
I'd be like, race gods, please spin somebody out, blow a tire, something.
Yeah, Nostra, you're completely correct on that one. He's committed to it, so he's got to run it.
He's got to run it.
And one of the stats, with this league, is majority of all of their cautions come within the last 20 laps.
Well, we got a little bit of a battle between the 31, the 12, and the 15. 12 on the inside. He is looking to take a position away from the 31. 12 trying to make it happen on that bottom line, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get there. They are door to door as they come out of turn number 4. As they come across the line, it looks like Medellin is not going to get there as of yet, but he's going to try again in turn number 1 with Brandon Pierce sitting right there, and the 15 of the Alabama Slammer, Ken Campbell, he is watching all this happen in his rearview mirror and saying, battle it out, boys.
Yeah, because the more they battle, that's going to give Campbell more time to, pull away. And right now, Lynch, it looks like Lynch is coming on in.
Yeah, he's saying it ain't got no gas in it. I got to come in.
So that's going to shift everything up right there. And you got Trey Jackson. He's worked his way up in P3, and he's actually in a good position the way this race is going.
Absolutely, but as long as these guys battle it out and Trey Jackson is in the 3rd position, now he's going to work for that 2nd position. He's going to work on the inside of the number 15 as they come into turn number 3, but he's not going to be able to get there. That high line has still got the momentum with Brandon Pierce right there trying to push him. And he's going to look on the inside of the number 31, so is he going to be able to take that 3rd position away? I don't know. The high line is still working pretty good. Trey Jackson way up high. Andrew Medellin right there. He probably had to back out, being that he was so close to that wall. So he dropped 1 position. But Brandon Pierce looking really good right now as they are passing my pick, Bill Dart. Sorry, Bill.
And you put a lap car in the midst of it, which Bill, he's been a respectable driver all season. And you see him staying up out of the way and letting these guys battle it out. And that little bit right there, that gave Pierce the chance to get around Campbell.
Yeah, I don't count that 15 out just yet. Anything can happen with only 25 laps to go. Now these guys battling back there, passing each other back and forth, has allowed that 42 truck to break away to about 0.7 seconds. So it's going to take a little bit of work, and appreciate that, Andrew. Dead last for the sub.
Gifted sub. Thank you, dead last.
Yes. But, as these guys are back there battling, they're going to use up a little bit more tire than the 42. 42 has still got a pretty good lead on that 38. 38 has shown that he can close the gap up a little bit. But how long will that truck last with the speed that he's running?
I'm still watching to see how Trey Jackson's going to play this out. I mean, that's the underdog story of it. He's had so many close wins. He's locked in on, he's not really locked in on points. If somebody else, well, yeah, he pretty much is locked in on points. But, getting locked in on a win, that's a whole lot better feeling.
Dead last out there saying, I'm a rocking chair racer, but I'll help out. Haha. Well, we appreciate you stopping by and spending the evening with us, and
spending a couple bucks with us.
Yeah, spending a couple bucks with us. We definitely really appreciate that. Well, looking back through the field, Chris Essery is still riding around in the 10th position, still trying to chase down John Dart in that number 13. Not quite able to get there, as he is about 3.5 seconds back from John Dart. Nate Lynch riding around in the 9th position. Chris Stitz, looks like he just disappeared on me. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. He blinked out for a minute. Chris Stitz riding around in the 8th position. Not where he wants to be. He's down 4 positions from where he started. He's trying to catch up to Travis Dart, get one of those positions back. But Travis Dart riding around in the 7th, looking to take home a win here. Only 21 laps to go. Not enough time to make up the time that he needs to make up. He's looking for that caution to come out and hopefully gain some positions that way. Cameron Sarton was leading the race earlier on before the green flag pit stop started, and he is back down to the 6th position. That Lap Traffic Podcast truck needs to pick up the pace. He has the freshest tires out of the bunch, so he definitely needs to put the pedal to the metal and start making some passes. Although he is not very far back from the leaders, he's only about 2.2 seconds back from the leader, so he has enough time to make it happen. But how easy is he going to be able to get there, as he is working on a challenge to Andrew Medlin in that number 12? He's looking to put him back in that 6th position and take it away from him, and take the 5th spot away from him.
You know, I was gonna say, dead last and Douglas out there. They're battling who's gonna be last. So we've got a pretty good battle out there in chat for last place right now.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see where this 24 ends up. He has the freshest tires. He's working on the 31 now. He's already moved up to he's taken the 5th spot away from the 12. Now he's working on Trey Jackson. He is going to take the 4th spot away, and he does it with ease. Fresher tires definitely is working for him. Is Ken Campbell going to let him by that easily? Ken Campbell on the bottom. Cameron Sarton on the top. Cameron Sarton has the momentum line, but Ken Campbell is not going to let it go. They are going to race it out until they get to turn number 1. Ken Campbell maybe has a fender there as they come out of turn 2. Nope, Ken Campbell does not have the speed to get there. Now he has the leaders in sight. We do have a lead change. That is going to be Cole Shetty going down to 2nd place, but he's going to try to crossover move on the 38 of Brandon Pierce. Now, they're going to make contact as they come out of turn number 4. They had a little bit of contact door to door. The 42 slid up just a little bit. He was trying to stay in that groove, but he just couldn't hold it. So he lost a little bit of momentum to that 38. So it looks like he's going to move backwards just a little bit, but Cameron Sarton may have had the strategy, because he has closed that gap to 1.4 seconds, 1.5 now.
You know, I said it to myself when I saw him get door to door. I was kind of leaning for, hoping the caution would come out just to mix it up a little bit about the next 15. But we're in that window where towards the end of the race, cautions tend to fly.
Well, Nick Nack Paddywhack give this 42 a bone, because I don't think he's done with that 38 yet.
No, these two they're going to be fighting to the end of it. I mean, the more they fight, that's going to give Cameron, Ken, and Trey and Andrew a chance to catch up with them.
42 giving it all he's got coming through that tri-oval. He makes up a little time, and he loses a little bit of time. Best thing that I could say do is stay in that draft, use the high lines, and use that draft. He is losing a little bit of time on that high line coming out of turn 2, but he gains it on the exit. But is it enough? With 14 laps to go, you don't want to use it all up and not have nothing there at the end, because Sarton is now less than a second away from 2nd place.
Yeah, Sarton's been running about like Ken was on that restart. He's tracking him down, and he's doing it with finesse. I mean, no issues whatsoever.
Need the BS debris caution. Debris caution. Somebody throw a bottle on the track, something. I don't know. Say something got caught up in the grill. Well, looks like Cole Shetty is not done with Brandon Pierce, because he has made it to the back bumper with 13 to go. How long will this battle last? How much tires do these guys have? Oh, is the 42 almost got into the left rear of that, or the right rear of that 38. Cole Shetty on the high side. Oh, he's got a little bit of wiggle, but he's still there. They are side by side as they're going to turn number 3. Cole on the outside, Brandon on the inside.
And you know, Cole's another one of them that will that can benefit from winning the race and being locked in. He's there on points.
if they keep this up, that number 24 is going to be there quick, fast, and in a hurry. He is now about 0.6 seconds, and looks like Brandon Pierce and Cole Shetty are just passing the lead back and forth, and that's allowing that 24 to catch right up. 38 being on the inside. Is he going to burn up the tires being on that inside? It looks like his truck has given up just a little bit because the 42 has now taken over the lead and putting 38 right behind him.
Well, his truck either gave up or they got tired of fighting each other because they saw Cameron come into the picture. You know, that's one person, if I'm battling for a position, I do not want to see behind me is that 24.
Well, you got two Fords fighting for the lead with a Chevy stalking them both. I'm a Ford guy, so I hope a Ford wins. But you got Ken Campbell. He has fallen off pace a little bit. They are 2.5 seconds with Trey Jackson, trying to take a position away from the Alabama Slammer. Still top 5, not a bad run. But 9 laps to go out of 120. While we have just a few laps left, let's see if we can find the most exciting race, and that's going to be between the 15 and 31, according to SDK. Andrew Medlin down 3 positions. He's riding in the 6th. Travis Dart riding in 7th. Chris Stitz riding in 8th. Nate Lynch off track. Oh, he's on the apron. He must have got loose coming out of the turn 2.
Look at this battle that's brewing up here for the lead.
Oh, you got a 3-way battle. The 42, the 24, the 38, and the 69 letting them by on the apron.
Yeah, he wanted no part of that mess right there.
You don't want to be that guy that wrecks the leaders. And it looks like Sam Siegel is pulling it in the pits. He must have pitted early, did not have enough to make it, and the 42 put a block on the 24. 24 is going to come down low, and let's see how this plays out. Does he have the momentum? Not quite, but can Cole pinch him down on that bottom, make him use up those tires? The 24 had fought hard to get where he has, so how much tires does he have left with 7 laps to go? Can the 42 hold him off on that bottom side? So far, so good. The 42 still has the preferred line. 24, as they go into turn 1, 42 goes way up high. Going to use some of that momentum off of turn 2. Coming out, they are still door to door. 38 just looking on from the rear of these 2 trucks. Now this is where it's going to get really heated. Cameron Sarton going to try to sneak that high line, but I don't think the 42 is ready to give that high line up. This is going to be a Ford versus Chevy battle. Cameron Sarton going to dive to the inside. Is he going to be able to get there and lead this lap? He has the lap, but can he complete it? Can he complete the pass? The 42 fighting on the outside still. And that's going to allow the 38 to be right there. Oh, a little bit of door check between the 38 and the 42. They keep it straight. 42 going to dive it down to the bottom as they go into turn number 3. He's got a fender there, but can he carry the speed off the corner as they come out of turn number 4? I don't believe so. Cameron Sarton still has the tires on his Chevrolet.
Yeah, Cole right now has went tunnel vision. I mean, he's focused on one thing only. That's trying to get around Cameron. And it looks like the tires have just took his toll, and he may be sending back for a P2.
Now, I want you to look at this. You have Bill Dart, which is chasing down the leader. Looks like he has the freshest tires out of them all. Yeah, he's a couple laps down. But he's going to catch Cameron, and is that going to slow him down? And there goes Bill Dart. He's going to go to the inside. Is he going to slow Cameron Sarton down? He passes him with the ease. But I believe the 42 has nothing left for the 24. So we may have our winner in that number 1 spot as of right now.
Well, you see Bill Dart's got in front of Cameron. And that gap's getting a little bit smaller between Cole and Cameron.
Yeah, I think the 42, Cameron had the freshest tires. He pitted way later than Cameron. And, that pit strategy really paid off for him. And Cole, he put up a good run because he's still keeping that second position. He's keeping that 38 at bay as we are coming to the white flag. And there it is. White flag is out. This is your final lap, ladies and gentlemen. As of right now, you have that 24 of Cameron Sarton, 42 of Cole Shetty, under fire by the 38 of Brandon Pierce. They are going to be side by side as they come to the line. Ooh, the 38 was a little bit wiggly right there coming off the turn number 2, but they are side by side for the second and third position. 42 on the outside, 38 on the inside. Can the 38 pull it off? Coming down to the tri-oval, they are going to be side by side, and Brandon Pierce barely nosed. Got a nose on him.
But yeah, Boogie, the top 5, they all are locked into the playoffs. Right there, that's going to be win number 4 for Sarton on the season. But you know what? Cole has nothing at all to be disappointed in.
No, not at all. And let's see. Looks like we're going to have Sarton coming in first, Pierce in second, Shetty in third, Alabama Slammer of Campbell. He's going to be fourth. Trey Jackson in fifth. Not a bad run for him tonight. Andrew Medlin came in sixth. Travis Dart, seventh. Chris Stitz, eighth. John Dart, ninth. Nate Lynch, 10th. Charles Hugel in 11th. 12th is going to be Philip Chavez and Chris Essery, 13th. Brian Pritchett, 14th. 15th is going to be Gurwitz in his number 29 ride. Ryan Lynch came in 16th. Martin Perry, 17th. Sam Siegel, 18th. Bill Dart, 19th. Patrick Hasty in 20th. 21st is going to be Dylan Glass, and Curtis Eckert is going to be 22nd. Not a good night for Curtis. Hopefully he's all right. I knew he was having back problems, but hopefully he will be back out next week.
Well, I just got a notification that with Ryan Lynch's finish, even though he was outside the top 15, he did lock himself in the playoff points. So there is one that is in.
Awesome.
We're waiting to see how the rest of it is going to fall out.
I racing out there going, booyah! All right. You're going to have to excuse me for a second. I'll be right back.
All right, while y'all do that, we're going to let points get assisted and set up. We're going to take a couple commercial breaks, come back, holler at our winners, and we're going to bring league owner Travis Dart in to update on where everybody's going to be at with the points. So hang tight for a second.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
All right, as we're tracking them down, we're going to get race winner Cameron Sarton up here in the booth. have a word with him and see where he came up with having a little bit of saving it for the end. Cameron, you got a copy, man?
I got you, Jeremy. What's going on?
Man, you kind of laid back for a majority of the race, but you just completely took it those last 5 races or last 5 laps.
Yeah, I did not expect to go from 14th to third there at the beginning of the first stage, but I felt like I was saving kind of. And when I drove up that quick, I was like, oh, maybe I have a shot because I kind of botched the qualifying lap. But drove up there nice and just chilled behind Cole, little teammate 1-2 there for a while, and kind of hoping he low key he got the win overall because he needed just a little confidence boost and his first win. But I had a little fresher tires at the end, so I couldn't hold back. But nice little one, I guess 3. So double podium for the hack team racing and Charles with Assault 11th. So overall, pretty good night.
It was almost a 1-2 finish, but he couldn't quite get his truck off the corner, off of turn 4 like he wanted to, and they finished pretty much side by side. It was definitely a good fight that he put up on that last lap to pull off that third place.
Oh yeah, I was watching him back there. I was like, "Oh come on, man!" I was like, "Don't do it," but just shy of it, a little nose length. But overall, solid night. Had some speed. Go back to back feels good.
Absolutely. Well, you definitely put in the work. It definitely showed. The late pit stop paid off for you. We didn't know how exactly it was going to play out because we know how fast trucks can be. When they have those fresh tires and staying out so long. But man, it worked out great for you, and we're glad to see you up in victory lane.
Yeah, worked out good. I told Cole we were discussing it for a while because we built a little second lead there, and he was like, "I'm gonna go kind of a lap after someone, either Brandon or Ken goes," and so he went, and then everybody else kind of did, and I kind of built like a little second half lead over Brandon. And he went. I was like, "Well, I might just stay out. If it works, it doesn't. If not, hopefully Cole wins." So worked out in my favor. So that was nice, but can't thank the crew chief of myself, Cameron Sarton, enough.
Absolutely. Well, if you got any more of them shout outs, now's the time. The floor is yours, my friend. You definitely earned it tonight.
Yeah, shout out to mom, dad watching, the wife, dog probably sitting in a lap. Guys up in the booth. Atlanta is a lot of fun tonight, driving with lanes kind of everywhere. So hopefully it was fun up there watching, and hopefully the Mavs can not choke this game 4 ways so we don't get swept. So we'll see. But overall, good night. We'll see y'all next week.
Sounds like a plan.
Perfect. Y'all have a good week.
You too.
That was your race winner, Cameron. Next one we're going to bring up here, we're going to talk to Brandon Pierce. He was up there all day. He was battling back and forth with Cole and Cameron there at the end. He took a P2. Brandon, how you feel over the season overall and after Atlanta tonight?
I feel pretty good about the season. Would have liked to collected a few more, bonus points headed into the playoffs, but I think I'm in a pretty good spot. Should be able to, just get a couple of decent finishes there in the first round and kind of cruise through there before, we really got to button the hatches and try to finish at the front.
Oh, you want me to take over there? Sorry. Man, that last lap was definitely we couldn't take our eyes off of it. You and the 42, Cole, y'all were battling it out. We were wondering who had the better tires, who had the better line, and you just nosed yourself right out in front of the 42 and brought yourself home second place. Man, that was an awesome battle between the two of you, and man, I can't wait to see what you got for the rest of the season.
Yeah, no, it being the final race, we weren't given much room to anybody there. On the restart, he pinched me down on the bottom pretty good, caused me to fall back quite a few spots there at the start of the stage. I pinched him pretty good when I came by him, and a few rubs. I think it was all good racing though. that final lap into 3, it was just one of those I'm not letting off before he did, so I waited for his nose to come up before I got out of the gas and hoped that it would stick.
Well, it definitely stuck, and you brought home the second place, and man, you earned it. Those shout outs are yours, my friend.
Shout out first of all, to my crew chief, Jeff Souza, at Souza Media. He does a great job on the box, keeps me calm, keeps me on point, keeps me on strategy. Really reminded me to take care of my tires, and especially after the green flag stops, not to fire off too fast and use the advantage that I had with the fresher tires there to run down Cole. Stint Analyzer, Triad Racing Enterprises, the league, the admins for letting us do what we do, and you broadcasting it so everybody can watch.
Well, we definitely enjoying the good racing. No cautions tonight. Great battles, and like I said, I can't wait to see what you got for the rest of the season. And we'll
Nope,
bring up
playoffs should
Cole
be
and see
real
what he
good.
has to say.
All right. Thanks
All
again,
right,
guys.
man.
Y'all have a good one.
You too.
I kind of dropped the ball on that when I was trying to make sure I was on the right person and just completely tunnel visioned.
Yeah, I was trying to bring up the schedule.
Well,
We hadn't.
he's in the playoffs. He made it. He ain't in the playoffs off a locked-in win, but he's in the playoffs off the points. Mr. Cole, you had a few out there in chat rooting for you, but tires factor, last 5 laps. What went on there in your head?
Yeah, I was just out there praying that those 5 laps would go by as quick as they could. I'm still searching for my first league win, so it's been tough. But yeah, I mean, we had a good car. I knew Cam was going to beat me as soon as he was behind us, so I tried my hardest to stay with him and just couldn't do it.
Well, even though you're searching for your first league win, the season is not over. You still got a couple good tracks coming up. Indianapolis, that's anybody's race. Phoenix, Las Vegas, and Bristol and Charlotte. So you got 5 good tracks right there that we know that you always run good. Every week. So maybe a few mishaps every now and then, but don't get down and out about it because the season is not over, and we believe that 42 truck may have your first win this season before it's over.
Yeah, we're definitely going to keep trying for it. I mean, these 5 tracks coming up, I like them a lot, so been known to run pretty decent at 3 of the 5 of them. So hopefully we can put it together and luck is on our side, and we'll play the tires game and see what happens.
Absolutely. Well, didn't quite work out for you tonight, but you were almost there for second place finish and about 5 laps short from a win there. But man, what a great show! You put on a really great race, and we really enjoyed watching that.
Yeah, thanks. Shout out to Brandon and Cam right there. We raced really clean right there, and that was probably one of the funnest races I've ever had. So that was great.
Well, keep your head up. Your wins are coming. If you have any more shout outs, the floor is yours, my friend.
Just want to shout out my girlfriend for always putting up with me during these late nights and listening to me screaming sometimes when I need to get it out. And then just want to thank my buddy Chris. He's in the chat most of the time. And the rest of my family. And yeah, see you guys next week.
Absolutely. Indianapolis.
Yes, sir.
Be ready. All right, man. You have a good week.
Thanks, guys.
Richard, I just got it confirmed. The points, the top 12 in playoffs are locked. So we're going to bring league owner Travis Dart in here and let him give a good little roundup of how the points are going to play out through playoffs, who's in and who is out. Travis, you got a copy, my man?
Yes, I do.
Well, break it down for us. Who's in, who's out, and who's going home with their head hanging down.
All right, so after all the regular season races and such. Medlin won the regular season crown. He's in first place as of right now. Then Cameron Sarton, Chris Essery, Brandon Pierce in fourth. Then you have Stitz in fifth, Ken Campbell in sixth. Then you have Cole in eighth. Then you have myself in ninth, Nate Lynch in 10th in points. Then Trey Jackson. Oh, wait. Well, okay, so basically Trey Jackson. Then you have Brian Burchett in 11th. And then our final spot went to Ryan Lynch after tonight's race.
So there is your top 12, ladies and gentlemen. They are going to start battling it out at Indianapolis, but you still have a full field that is still going to be wanting to get that win of the season.
Yeah, and absolutely, there, Jeremy. I do have to disagree with you on one thing. Nobody should leave this season with their heads hanging down low, because they put on an awesome show all season long. No matter if you're first or last, you were there, you showed up, you performed, and you did your best. And nobody should hang their head for that factor. That's just my thought. That's my disagreement with you there.
Hey, that's why we're here. But I mean, it's been a wild season. I believe this is about the fourth race we've had that went complete caution free, except for stages, and that don't count. So if you think the first races was wild, wait till you see how these playoffs is going to be, because I guarantee these guys are bringing out everything they have and going to give it all for about the next 5 races.
Absolutely. And like I said, next week is going to be in Indianapolis. That is, draft dependent track. You're definitely going to want your teammates there along with you. And, it should be some exciting racing going on. Anything can happen at that track. It is very loose and can be tight at times. And those walls will sneak up on you and grab you. So can't wait to watch that one.
All right, folks, that you've heard who's the top 12 is into the playoffs. Still got plenty out there wanting to win. They've got 5 races that left they can do it in. We're at Indianapolis next week, Richard. I mean, turn 3 and 4 is going to be the one to watch. There's where you're saying the wall can grab you. But if you take that entrance just right, you can get a good run going down the front stretch.
Absolutely. So can't wait to watch that. And y'all definitely tune in next Tuesday for that Indianapolis race here with Full Send Racing Series. But would like to thank everybody that tuned in to tonight's broadcast. We definitely appreciate y'all stopping by. And thank you to the sub that we got tonight. Definitely appreciate that, and can't wait to see y'all next week. And make sure you use that promo code that showed up on the stream chat for 10% off of individual racing setups from Premier Setups. I use them myself. They were definitely a really good setup. Got a lot of wins with Premier in the ranked lobbies. So use that promo code SBRN10 for 10% off of any individual setup purchase. But on behalf of myself and Jeremy Robbins here at Southern Broadcast Racing Network, we are going to call it a night, and we hope y'all have a safe rest of the week, and we will see y'all next time.